or the maximum allowable pressure for your system. So you want to obviously relieve the pressure before it gets to a critical mass. The valve is still closed at 90% of the set pressure. And here, the valve starts to open at 100 psi, which is the set pressure. That's our initial audible discharge. That's how we set the valves. Our competition sets the valve where the valve is completely open. That's the set pressure. We bring the valve up to the point of makes noise, and that is the set pressure for us. That way, pop comes later. And you will be able to run your processes closer to the set pressure. So the safety relief valve won't waste material. And then our valve pops before the 110% overpressure. So it's relieving the media. You're going to see the pressure go up a little bit because of the ultrasonic flow through the valve. And then it'll start to reseat. ASME says the valve must reseat at 90% of the set pressure. So it has to relieve if the valve's set at 100 psi, the valve has to be seated back at 90 psi. Even though we say we don't set our valves at pop, our disc and seat are lapped so well that when the valve actually opens, most of the time you will hear a pop. It makes a popping noise. But it's not designated as pop. That would be the first initial audible discharge that you would hear. But in some of our valves, like with an elastomer seat or different combinations, it's not going to really make a pop. Our metal-to-metal seats will pop a little bit. They'll make that noise. Explain their set pressure is like, I'm sorry, I can't remember exactly what it was. But anyways, most manufacturers, the US manufacturers, set their valves at pop. We explain ours as at initial audible. So that's basically what I want to point out to you guys in this. And so here's the NB18 Red Book. If you looked up that NB18 and you were actually able to download all the information from it, you would see all the list of laser valves on steam, air, and gas with initial audible discharge next to it. And then on the other hand, you would have all our competition with pop as their designated set pressure. Again, this shows a diagram of our competition's valves simmering before the set, before 100 psi, and ours are staying closed until